Ninjas, Portia Perez, Tonight they're going to be facing Sweet Cherrie and Cherry Bomb, the Cherries. And this is a special one because this week it's been announced that it's going to be for the first contender at the Shimmer Tag Team Championship. I mean, wow.
The Shimmer Tag Team Championships? I think you mean our Shimmer Tag Team Championships? Because I don't know if you remember, but you probably don't. I don't even know if you were there. But we held the Shimmer Tag Team Championships longer than anyone has ever held the championship ever. Combined. Over 2 years we held those championships for. And we just got them stolen from us from some team. We never got another shot at them ever in our whole lives. And now we have to beat some ragtag tag team named after Cherries. Who's a friend of Cherries? Ninjas or Cherries? Really? Cherries? Really?
Come on. Seriously, if you go on Wikipedia under the Canadian Ninja Wikipedia page, we totally have one. It's there. The Shimmer Championships are now called the Canadian Ninja Championships.
They are.
I know. It's fact. So obviously we're gonna win because they're cherries.
Who's afraid of a cherry?
No.
Who's afraid of a cherry? That's like the Montreal Canadians and Montreal Expos. What are those? Those aren't even things. Cherries aren't even things.
Montreal has the worst names ever.
Well, that's going to be tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Canadian Ninjas against Sweet Cherrie and Cherry Bomb, Femmes Fatales. Patrick Navarre ici pour Femmes Fatales 9 avec une équipe, une toute nouvelle équipe ici à Femmes Fatales. Sweet Cherrie, Cherry Bomb. Sweet Cherrie, tu as eu des problèmes avec Portia Perez. On sait que tu as eu plusieurs batailles avec elle. Mais là, cette fois-ci, tu as été chercher un partenaire, Cherry Bomb. Et il y a une nouvelle stipulation au match parce que le match va être déterminé. Les premiers aspirants au titre de l'équipe de Shimmer. This match will be for the first contender at the Shimmer Tag Team Championship. I mean, it's unbelievable. C'est vraiment remarquable. Are you guys excited? Êtes-vous excités?
Oh que oui, Pat, je suis vraiment excitée par tout ça. J'ai une partenaire exceptionnelle. Cherry Bomb a accepté d'être ma partenaire. Honnêtement, les fans de la Femme Fatale vont être vraiment comblés. Ils vont voir un match extraordinaire. On est prêts, on est en feu. Les Canadiens Ninjas, soyez prêts parce que, let's go, vous allez voir, vous allez avoir de toutes les couleurs.
Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge opportunity. We're both here, we're both super excited. And let me tell you, the Canadian Ninjas, tonight, they're going down, and we're going to be the ones with the raising hands.
Écoutez, c'est vraiment formidable. Un dernier mot sur Cherrie, juste quelques minutes avant qu'on aille au match.
J'ai une chose à dire, Portia Perez, prépare-toi, parce que mes bouteilles entre les mains, t'as pas fini avec nous autres, on va t'avoir 1, 2, 3, je suis vraiment prêt. Let's go, suis-moi, tout va être correct, come on!
Well, I hope everything will be alright for them. J'espère que tout va être correct ici à Femmes Fatales 9. Ce soir, Canadian Ninjas against the Cherries for the first contender at the Shimmer Tag Team Championship.
Alors, messieurs, le quatrième combat de la soirée est une attraction spéciale. Ce combat déterminera les aspirants numéro 1 au championnat par équipe de la Shimmer. Combat qui se déroulera ici même le 3 novembre à Femmes Fatales 10. The following contest is a tag team match. The winning team will be declared the #1 contender for the Shimmer's Tag Team Championship match that will happen at Femmes Fatales here in Montreal on November 3rd. The referee in charge, l'arbitre en charge, Bryce Ransford. Présentement à la gauche, currently to my left, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, à peu près à combiner de 266 livres, provenant tous les deux de Vancouver, both from Vancouver, BC, Nicholas Matthews et Portia Perez, the Canadian Ninjas. Et leurs adversaires à la droite, standing to my right, first from Montreal, la première est de Montréal, à un poids de 145 livres, weighing 145 pounds, Sweet Cherrie. Et her tag team partner et sa partenaire de Toronto, from Toronto, pesant 120 livres, weighing 100
Femmes Fatales flashback and a tag team grudge match. The grudge being mostly between Portia Perez and Sweet Cherrie, but by proxy, their partners, Nicole Matthews for the Canadian Ninjas and Cherry Bomb for the Cherries. Cherry Bomb successful in a matchup with Portia Perez at the previous volume of Femmes Fatales, and Portia upping the stakes, saying, I'm going to bring my partner, you find yourself a partner. And stakes added up even higher when it was announced that this is the #1 contendership matchup for the Shimmer Tag Team titles. At this time, the tag team champions, Sarah Del Rey and Courtney Rush. Big time chop in the corner from Sweet Cherrie. Portia whipped into the corner. Cherrie charges in, crushes Portia. Follows up as Portia goes to the Ninja's corner. Nicole Matthews tagged in. Cherry Bomb tagged in for her team. Arm drag from Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb having some troubles getting success lately in her outings in Femmes Fatales. Wasn't at the last volume, but now back with Sweet Cherrie and looking to turn things around by winning the #1 contendership. Cherry Bomb takes down Nicole Matthews. This match being presided over a very familiar face. Referee Bryce Remsburg. Cherry Bomb twists the arm of Nicole Matthews. Been a while since Matthews has been Femme Fatale, but first time though, an outing for the Canadian Ninjas as a tag team. Usually singles action, the other one watching from the outside of the ring. Matthews getting frustrated, throws some elbows. See, I say watching from outside of the ring, but it's usually more than that too. Matthews yelling out in pain. Cherrie back in the ring. Double axe handle from Sweet. Cherry Bomb lifted up, kicks back Matthews. Knocks down Portia. Canadian Ninjas in the corner. Sweet Cherrie and Cherry Bomb charging in. Nicole Matthews whipped in the corner. Sweet Cherrie charges in. Matthews slides out. Brings Cherry's throat down over the top rope, and Portia with the follow-up. Canadian Ninjas more established as a tag team, so going to be able to be in sync. Going to take advantage of their tag team experience. Portia in the ring. Snapmare dropkick to the back of the head. Bryce with the count, only 2. Kicks to the body from Portia Perez. Drags Cherrie across the top rope back into the Ninja's corner. Bryce distracted by Cherry Bomb as Cherrie being worked over from both directions by Portia and Nicole. Matthews pleading her innocence. Yeah, right. Snapmare from Nicole. Kick to the back of Cherry. Adding some insult to injury before delivering the drop kick. Cherry just gets out of it. Sweet Cherry being worked over for several minutes by the Ninjas. How much more of it can she really take? Cherry trying to do something. Nicole cuts her off. Lifted up into the flapjack. Portia holding out her hand for Nicole Matthews. Cherry Bomb reaching out for Sweet Cherry. House of Fire. Cherry Bomb knocking down Ninjas everywhere. Drop kick to Portia. Covers. Nicole pulls her off by the hair. Cherry Bomb behind. Nicole switches around. Misfire. Portia Perez looked for the super kick on Cherry, but catches Matthews. Portia distracted. Cherry Bomb has a hold of Portia. Portia switches, rams Cherry Bomb into Sweet Cherry, and Canadian Ninjas do it. The super kick from Portia to Nicole. Cherries aren't able to capitalize, and Canadian Ninjas are now the #1 contenders to the Shimmer Tag Team titles, but the Cherries, unfortunately, a letdown of the guard from Sweet Cherry resulted in this defeat for them, but nonetheless. Hey, wait a sec. Cherry Bomb just attacking Sweet Cherry after this loss, and Cherry Bomb taking some frustrations out on Sweet Cherry. All right, folks, we're going to have to end this episode of Femmes Fatales Flashback on this note. Thank you for watching and supporting. See you soon.
Yeah,